Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome down to Kingsway Sporting Complex for your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. We've got West Scarborough taking on Coastal Cavaliers today. Coastal Cavaliers are going to need to be in red-hot form to stop this West Scarborough side cementing their place in the top two. Let's see who can get the points. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, down to Kingsway Sporting Complex for your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. Coastal Cavaliers taking the field now, taking on West Scarborough this afternoon. It's a home game for them. Their club rooms are being upgraded and are near completion, so they're playing an away game at home this week. Both teams looking to improve on their season so far. They're in better positions than they normally are after the first 8 rounds of the year. This being now round 9, it's mental health round, brought to you by Outside the Locker Room. Make sure you check up on your mates. Coastal Cavaliers will be kicking right to left across your screen here this afternoon. Referee for this afternoon's fixture is Bradley Jackman. This West Scarborough side currently only 1 loss for the season. This will cement their place in the top 2 if successful this afternoon, and they've absolutely stacked their line out. Big front row, Nick McLennan forward, Hemi, Christopher Kidd. But they're certainly going to be met up by quite the strong defensive setup. Paul Inu, Jordan Hansen and Kieran Longbottom included in the side today. So expect these scrums to be an absolute spectacle for us. As Charlo Newinghouse gets us underway, short kickoff, lost forward. Everyone was up and about trying to win that first bit of contact. Cavs are going to get the first bit of ball with knock-on advantage.
Playing advantage, 6 offside.
Penalty advantage comes as well. Longbottom goes to ground. Fanning out left. Newinghouse cut out ball. Ready. Busting through the line. Chance for the left wing early. Gets absolutely shoved into touch. Referee's flag goes up. And Ratu thought he might have been off to the races for a second there.
Hold, boys.
West Scarborough, defensive line out inside their own 22 to get us underway.
Take your steps.
Referee just setting the gap. West Scarborough. Shift back 5-man line out, up at 5, win it nicely and pop this one on the outside. Crash ball just outside the 22. Inside, sorry, Isaac Meow. Lost backwards. Kateka kicks this one nicely, almost gets over the head. Now Cavs can play some heads-up footy across the back. Asaya Gray goes straight to the boot.
On now.
And secured at the back there, Lewis Walker. Now kicks through. Newinghouse covering across the back. Long fire ball. Ratu straight onto the boot again. It's going to find grass. No one from West Scarborough inside at all. Eventually brought down Brad Lacey. 40 metres to the Coastal Cavaliers line. Rory Walker fires across the back. Kateka, David. Outside ball, foot race, needs to be flirting with the touchline. Winger gets inside the 22, one-handed pass on the inside. Vudia Vera is going to go in for the first try of the afternoon. West Scarborough go up 5 points to 0. Kick to come. What a brilliant little bit of pace. Kaona Gooden down the wing here. You see ball, Louis David gets checked on the outside. It's flirting with the touchline. You see so close on the outside there. Then just one hands it back inside. And Isaac Meow, sorry, not Isaac Meow, Simone Vudia Vera just dots that one over the line with ease. And great pace shown. West Scarborough to get their first this afternoon. Walter Kateka with the kicking duties this afternoon. Very solid kick with the boot. Also not afraid to score a couple tries at 10. Always high up on the point scoring list for the year. Set and ready to kick. And fades across the left upright. Unsuccessful first kick. Wasn't really happy with it either. Score's going to remain West 5, Coastal Cavaliers 0. Just 3 minutes 30 into the first half. Ewinghouse gets us back underway. High ball out on the left wing. Lewis Walker does well to secure.
It's carried back.
Taken back inside the 22, fighting across. Here's Clues. Kateka jabs one on the boot, was going to look long, but then sees a little bit of space and just darts that one into touch, just shy of halfway. Good net gain, touched now, can't go quickly. Coastal line out, just shy of halfway. Five-man. Tries to go up at 6. Gets away without the not straight.
Tackle!
Brought down at halfway. Cavaliers just happy to pod. One off, one out at the moment. Not rolling away. Penalty advantage comes now. Opportunity for Cavs to do something with the ball now. Dougal gets wrapped up and then tries to fire something back on the inside. Isaiah grubbers through for himself, picks up, gets the good bounce, but just slips on the loose turf, then pops back on the inside. Diago Taparu to ground on the 22. Out the left here. Isaiah straight to ground. Griffith firing out left-hand side of the field. Kalis, the vice-captain, then gets baubled across the line. Now grubbered back towards them. Foot race a little bit here. 55 out. And just assesses the options there, Griffith. Had a lot of time, used all of his time. Ewinghouse puts this one flat, deep inside the 22. Took some catching. Manages just to stay inside the field of play. Great work there, Brad Lacey. Absolute Stableford of Perth Rugby. Played multiple high-level games. And shows a little bit of class there. Just safely dots that one into touch past halfway. Nice little bit of crafty kicking. Line out straight in front of the camera. Nobody wanted it. Numbers is the call from the referee.
You've come in the line. 6 on 5, numbers. If you come in before the ball's thrown, somebody else has to come out, numbers. Scrum call.
Scrum's going to be the option taken. So our first opportunity to see both of these big front rows going at it head to head. Nick McLennan
Crouch.
taking on Kieran Longbottom
Bind.
on this near side.
Sit.
Solid platform from both first up, not able to shove each other off the ball. Firing out through the back line. Dougal, obstruction, no forward. So we'll have a second scrum, and this one even closer to us. Just see here this last little pass off the deck. Yeah, just gone forward into the hands. Would have been away as well. Lots of pressure would have been coming. Dougal just getting the pass wrong. So now, scrum, similar position, other side of the field, and West Scarborough's feed instead of Coastal.
Crouch. Bind.
Walker feeds. Shove comes this time from Cavs, but going absolutely nowhere were the West Scarborough. Down the left-hand wing again, chances every single where. Leonard fires one on the inside. Opportunity for Vudia Vera to get an early double, but loses it forward in the tackle. And gee, they're just attacking the line with so much pace early, West Scarborough. Coastal Cavaliers and myself struggling to even keep up with what they're firing through. See here, Jerome Lemon, great ball onto the wing. Gooden throws one over the top on the inside, back to Leonard, and then inside once again. Vudia Vera gets inside the 5 and then just tries to do a little bit too much on the way down, gets it lost forward. 9 minutes into the first half, West Scarborough 5, Coastal Cavaliers 0. Fortescue Premier Grade Match of the Week. Brought to you by Outside the Locker Room, mental health round. Referee not happy, we'll have a reset on that one. Just making sure that 8's going to be bound at the scrum. Big defensive scrum here for the Cavs. Newinghouse's boot has been sublime this season already. Penalty though, straight to West Scarborough, down on the far side. That's not the mark, will come straight back. And at that time, Longbottom just collapses under the weight on hit.
Scrum called.
Scrum called, they want another piece. So interesting to see that. Great little bit of scrumming, McLennan. Able to turn one of the greatest scrummers of Australian rugby over the past 10 years straight into the ground on a defensive setup.
George, just get him to go sit by the tent, and then if we need you, we can call him on from there. Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Ball available at the back for Scarborough. It's all popped up in the middle. Need to get this one out. Penalty advantage standing up. Now they can have a crack at the line. West Scarborough only 2 metres out. Mio was just short. Now Kateka across the back. Walker on the wing can just put the burners on the outside. Lewis Walker goes over. West Scarborough have scored their second, and they lead this game 10 points to 0. Coastal Cavs just got sucked in off the scrum peeling up. They were beaten on the outside quite easily. Kateka, it was a great long ball out to Lewis Walker there. And all he had to do was draw the defender up and then beat him around the outside. Converts their second for the day. Lewis Walker, the younger of the two Walkers out there. Rory in 9. Both great rugby players for West. Not too bad on the touch footy oval either. Certainly hold their own in all formats of rugby in this state. Kateka missed the first conversion. Just didn't quite seem to hit it. See if you can shake all that off now. Strike through this one. Let it just curl back in from the right post. Strikes this one a little cleaner, looks left though. And unsuccessful there once again, and there's going to be time off for a second.
Time off.
Believe one of the ARs who did second grade pulled his hamstring a little bit, tried to soldier on and AR for this game, but we've had to call in the sub-ref. Mr. Hainsworth will take over the duties.
Hey mate, so big things for me obviously, the more you talk to me the better, okay? If you see anything that's clear.
Referee just going through his expectations from his team of 3 now as well.
It might mean that I haven't heard it, or it might just mean that I'm playing. Okay, in goal, try and get an in goal as quickly as you can. Yep. Okay, if you're happy with the try, it's clear and obvious, thumbs up. Yep. If you don't do anything, don't do anything. Okay, and then if I'm not sure, we'll have a chat and go from there. Foul play, come across the comms. Okay, I want number, colour, and again, needs to be clear and obvious. Happy days? Fantastic.
So a good little insight there as to how the team of three operates. Of course, these ARs and the referee all mic'd up together, can hear each other. And referee Bradley Jackman just saying what he wants from his team. Wants some clear and obvious penalties, wants him to help him out in goal.
Time back on.
And likes them to talk to him. Newinghouse gets us underway. Cavs try to take that one straight off the top as well, but lost forward, have another scrum. It's not a bad kickoff at all. Just saying, Cavs getting up in front, losing it forward. It was a great little jump there, Steele.
I'm going to have a look. Okay. All right, I'll have a look. Okay. We've got a call from the AR that you were just driving straight. Next week. Mark's there.
Another scrum set for Scarborough. Got the penalty off the last. Set up with Louis David basically at 10 there, ready to accept the crash ball. Kateka out behind him. Cavs set up 3 rush defenders. Wing back on touch. Left wing just set back a little bit. Full back on the 22, ready to receive a long kick just in case. Ball comes free. Walker feeds David, who actually goes backdoor Kateka. Now they're going to find a little bit of space on the outside. Walker goes out again. Now opportunity with a little bit of space and time. Jerome Leonard, similar position. He's been on that right wing on the paint a couple times. Kicks this one back in. Now a little bit of heads up footy needs to be played, and the kick comes right towards the commentary position. Just bounces into touch. And Kateka happy to wait on this one, and we'll have the line out. I believe the kick that time, Matty Griffith took the only final moments that he had to find out what space he was going to look for. Decided the best option was just to clear that one. Jerome Leonard once again finding himself running out of a little bit of room down the right wing. Might want to crack inside a little bit earlier instead of just going for these chances at a try. Although it has led to 2. Would not mind seeing him go to ground and just recycling the ball for his team. Hemi throws to the front, up at 1. Walker clears now, centre field. Chance in the middle for Mayall. Penalty, Cavs, straight off feet. Louis David just getting it wrong there. See when he arrives into this play, it was a great carry by Mio. You see Louis David right behind him there. And as he arrives into this ruck, absolutely seals off the contest. No chance for anyone, not supporting his body weight either. Both hands on the floor past the contest. Great penalty called. Kept in play nicely though, tapped, need to still get on top of it. Kateka gets around finally. Ball gets jabbed through from Leonard at the back. Crash ball up on halfway. Cavs now with possession, but a long way to go. 50 metres the trip. Newinghouse, flat ball, good trick play. Edwards goes to ground. All over the ruck, penalty advantage.
Hold.
Long bottom, goes for the kick through.
Play on.
Gets stopped, not sure if that one was in the playbook there. Now Griffith tries to grab her again. Not seeming to want to run the ball. They want to put the forward pressure on the foot. But the turnover comes. There was no advantage. Kateka goes high, chasing onto this one. 2 big players from West Scarborough, but doing really well there. Ratu underneath.
Step, Nick.
Pot out on the right-hand side. Taparu. Held up in the contest, driven backwards, tackle made now. Right-hand side ball, Newinghouse chips over the top. Needs a big chase from Dougal, who actually wraps it up. Now straight over the top, opportunity to get the turnover. Jerome Leonard over, but no, Coastal Cavs get the ball.
Coming back, off your feet.
Got his hands past the ball. See here the chip over the top, Newinghouse. What we're looking at here, Jerome Leonard puts his hands past the ball, then drags back in to try go for the turnover. See there, yeah, goes beyond, and he's got his elbows and everything over the ground. Jackman on point early here this afternoon, seeing a great clear picture of the ruck. It's 2 good ruck penalties in a row, and Newinghouse will look to the corner. They don't want to take the points there.
did, remember it.
Is a long kick, about 35 it would have been from the goalpost. Slight angle. They take the line out, probably about 10 or 12 out from the line.
Is it when the ball's thrown? Yeah. So if they're holding it in the line.
And a first bit of real attacking opportunity here off the set piece for the Coastal Cavs.
Yeah.
Setting up with the centres, just offset from the 10 in a straight line. Both could crash. Reddy and Dougal. They go full line. They go up at 8. Just goes over the top. Would look like a good throw as well. Mio palms one off. And now they get to recycle the ball out to the right. David didn't like what he had, so he's dished it out quickly, almost a hospital pass. Once again, down the sideline, Brandon Steele makes a good little bit of coverage tackling. Now on the inside again, Western Scarborough on the climb. Liam Clues brought down just outside the 22, trying to force the turnover there, Ratu, but not able to do so. But it's a messy old ruck, needs support. Penalty comes the way West Scarborough, hands in the ruck. Messy old ruck. Walker taps and goes. Gets himself 7 out from the line. All over the ball here. West Scarborough, Cy Gray. Penalty straight on top. And just like that, Walker, not sure why he's tapping and going in such a position. It's a gift 3. Nonetheless, great work there. Cy Gray to get the turnover. West Scarborough, though, as you see here, just absolutely dominating this right-hand wing, getting on the outside every single time. Hands were good on the inside. Jerome Leonard inside to Clues. Got it down inside the 22. As the clearing kick comes back over the top. We'll have a line out just about 42 from the Coastal Cavaliers line. Penalty advantage went out from that first ruck. Now we're back live.
It hit my leg. Oh, it hit my leg.
Hanson set and ready. 5-man line. Faking at 1, up at 3. Great line out win. Firing the back line out. Good little run already. Newinghouse has options. Goes in front of Edwards. Now needs to be cleaned up. Ratu out wide. Zaya. Penalty just one there. Wasn't sure if Nicholas McLennan had done enough, but he certainly had. See here the number 1, West Scarborough, just goes over the top, gets on ball there, straight on it, and gets cleaned out the side, but was there long enough. Kateka jabbing into touch inside the 22. Just a safe kick, giving the backs enough speed, enough time. Full line out once again. Up at 4, brought down, sacked immediately, so Scarborough need to be aware. They peel off to the right, and they're still moving forward. Now need to make sure they can get this ball available. It's there. Walker goes digging, takes his time getting it out. Hamber. Not too many backs out on the left here. Kateka forward. A little bit lazy there, Kateka. Wasn't really too many out there either. See, they didn't really have many options. Kateka just gave that little shovel. Yeah, definitely forward out of the hands there. So scrum down Cavs ball. Very defensively though. Scrums have been good so far. Cavs have been feeling a little bit of pressure last couple though.
Crouch! Boy!
Doing better this time on their own feed. Eventually breaking right, and Newinghouse goes long on the boot. This is a great kick. Still bobbling forward, hasn't even found touch yet, but goes 22 to 22. Quick line out taken. West Scarborough across the back. Walker receives again and puts this one jabbing through. Needs the bounce. Just gets a bounce in the field of play. Lewis Walker matching up to Charles Newinghouse, one of the best kicks in the comp. Says, thank you very much, I've got one better. So line out Cavs ball inside their own 22.
See them, call them.
Need to exit out once again. Stolen ball. The Cavs players coming to amass on it. Kateka eventually ends up with the ball and tries to loop around the side. Hemi accepts the phase. Out on the left-hand side now, Seavey gets wrapped up.
11 to get out of it.
Clues now enters West Scarborough inside the 22. A quick recycle out to the right here. Vital Kateka. Short ball. Mio comes to the right again, running out of numbers. Lacey.
Release!
Simple phase play here, West Scarborough, but they are creeping forward. Need to keep moving this ball. That pass not the greatest. Now they're going to have to reset once again. Leonard looking for options. Triple cut out. Walker on the wing. Lewis Walker having a crack at the sideline again, but just loses it forward and goes dead in goal. Just got that ball absolutely pumped out of his arms as he went towards the corner. It was a scrappy old ball. Leonard did well to get back up to the advantage line and fires the ball at Walker. Just beats the first on the inside, diving towards the line. We'll see where he loses it here. It's just on the coverage tackle. Great little bit of work there. Ratu Berry to knock that one free. And we'll have a little bit of time off while we wait for the scrum.
Time off.
It's been impressive so far, the Cavs, the way they've been matching up, the way they've been trying to play the territory game. Just not reflecting on the scoreboard so far. Haven't had too many cracks inside the 22.
Yep.
Couple penalties where they could have maybe taken the points, decided to go the corner.
Nick.
And certainly West Scarborough just looking threatening as they have done so far this year. Absolutely exposing the right wing. Kaona Gadunan in number 14, just dicing down the right wing, has great awareness where the paint is. But maybe just like to see him check the ball on the inside sometimes.
All good? Yep, no worries. What's that? Okay. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. At the moment, boys, we've got...
Now we just have a little bit of a chat. 24 minutes and 9 seconds into the first half. Still time off. West are up 10-0. Neil Fortescue Premier Grade Match of the Week. Mental health round as well. Brought to you by Outside the Locker Room.
Time on.
I might give them deep, but as soon as the ball comes out, come up. Because you won't see them come up.
Crouch! Bind!
And still lots of water on the field. Got to be careful there, Wes.
If that happens, boys, just let me know because I'm not looking out there.
So we'll reset the scrum again.
The wing was just putting a contact back in. Right, let's go again.
Coastal feed in their own red zone, looking to exit.
Crouch! Bind!
Just have been putting on the brakes, making sure the scrum goes nowhere in this situation. We'll see if a similar situation arises. Yeah, they just lock it in, hook it back.
Stay hard, stay.
Early break, penalty advantage comes. Just going a little bit too early off the flank there.
No advantage, 7
Was
breaking
Woody
early.
Averia.
7.
So Gift kicked the touch. Now for the Coastal Cavs. Newinghouse with it all to do. Not much angle. Just needs to make sure of it. Goes the banana. Finds its way into touch about 30 from the line. Coastal need to start stringing together some attacking phases. They're not quite in the field position yet, so they might just clear this one out after a couple hits again. Kalis lights it up midfield. Out on the left, Newinghouse, nowhere to really go. Inside ball, Edwards was nice. I mean, Dougal. Crashing up. Well done there by Zion Nicola.
Lost. Yeah.
Bumping off tackles left and right at the moment. That was Nu'u with a big carry. Haven't seen too many from him. Needs to pick up his work rate a little bit on attack. Matty Griffith goes himself no half.
No, it's not.
Hansen has to feed in. Newinghouse boot. It's going to dribble into touch, I reckon. Goes just in. 40 metres out. And they decide not to go quickly. So beat West Scarborough line out 35-38 odd from their own line. Probably a tick under 12 minutes left in this first half. Might come down to a game of fitness here. This game's been played at quite the pace early. So you can go the full 80 this afternoon at this, not straight.
Not straight. Huh? Options. Blue, options, scrum or line out. Scrum? Scrum called.
Scrum taken. Cavs now, they've gained that actually about 30-40 extra metres. Ball back in hand, starting to look at some attacking phase play now. Currently in 9th place on the ladder record, 3-3 after 6. Backdoor, just a little bit too late, lost forward. We're already just giving an awkward pass. Now we're covering across the back. Newinghouse 2-on-1 with Woody Avera and Kateka. They decide to surrender and let the Cavs have it.
Hold last. Hold.
Out on the right-hand side, Isaiah gets a little bit bumped upwards. Griffith finding a runner. Dougal. Opportunity there for David, but losing his feet, had to let go. Griffith sends one high, straight in front of us here, just stays in the field of play. Chance now for the counter-attack. Blind pass back on the inside from Gunnanen. Mio bumps off the first, as he often does. Now backwards, then dishing out left-hand side. Chance for Leonard to put it onto the boot and down into the corner, walking, running on swiftly. It's a foot race. It's gone off the boot again and then jabbed backwards. It's going to be a scrum down. West ball 5 out from the line, I believe. There was lots of pressure coming through on the kick. We'll have a look which way it went here. Mia just awkwardly popped that one backward. Chance there for Hamber, and it came back for Leonard, who put it on the boot. It was Walker.
Yeah, 22.
And Brad Lacey chasing. And then, yeah, off the boot of Rory first, and then backwards out by the Coastal Cavs. Ball was already in goal. So just the 22 dropout.
All right, let's go, Charles.
Newinghouse goes long. Leonard with the ball, everything in front of him, decides to fire it out to the right. Rudy Avera. David beats the first, needs to stay in. Cavs are straight over the top now. Lost feet, need to get off. Hemi.
Play on.
Firing out left. Mio lost forward.
Nah, first was forward and then you've knocked it back. First one was forward.
Have another scrum down. Just see him out just in front of him there, losing forward, then backwards. Centre field scrum, 40 out from the Cavs line. West have been giving them opportunities now. With 9 minutes left in this first half. Just need to keep piecing it together, not give it back away once they're in an attacking position. They don't like to play footy in their own half though. So expect this maybe to be jabbed back down the other end after a phase or two. West Scarborough just match up 2 and 2 with left wing back and full back centre field. It's opportunity for Charles Newinghouse and his full back to peel left, go 4 on 2 on the left hand side of the field. Eventually comes out, and Newinghouse straight to the boot instead. Needs a bounce, gets it just before it rolls over into touch. It's another great kick from him. He's so accurate. Now short line out Walker at full speed, then fires on the inside. Lacey brought to ground, shy of halfway. Rory, Walker, fires out Kateka on the outside for Hemi. Now a chance for the wing to crack on the outside again, as he often will. Cano up, brought to ground, fights his way back in field a little bit. Need forward runners here. Find them eventually. Mio tries to pop, lost backwards though, diving all over the ball. Cavs trying to get a hand on it. Kateka backdoor. Now running towards the line. Lacey fires back on the inside. Big chances brewing here. Walker now just needs to accept the grounding.
Hands away, Blue.
No half there. Someone needs to talk and get there. Kateka eventually fills the void. Hamber out on the right-hand side here. Gets the wrap from Mio. Up to the 22 now. Cavs try turnover, but eventually ball comes. Short ball clues. Was very flat-footed, but got well to get over the advantage line by half a step. Newinghouse came out of the line, so long ball over the top. Footy Aveda. Now pick and go. West Scarborough very close now. Surely looking at another try for themselves. Firing out. Numbers on the right-hand side. Edwards flat ball. Nicholas McLennan, the captain, gets curled up half a metre out from the line. Tries to fall over. Held up is the call from the referee, Jackman. Opportunity gone begging there. Coming back for penalty advantage. Still going to be a penalty. We're coming back here for West Scarborough. Hemi fakes the tap. You just see firing across the face. Nick McLennan almost getting towards the line. Really well defended though. Couple of Cavaliers players all over the ball. Could have been the good worker already there just to keep his hands wrapped around, not letting that one collapse over. Scrum called off the penalty. 6 minutes to go in the first half here. West's up 10-0 on your FMG Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. West Scarborough stacked the right-hand side. 2 on the right-hand side, only about an 18-metre short side channel. Will be David. And gun it in. Very important scrum. I expect West Scarborough to try and get the shove on this one. They've been getting the upper hand a couple times early here. Just need to be patient, stay tight and get the leg drive going straight down. Scrum's going to be happening 5 metres out from the line still, just a small reset. Set and ready to have another crack now. Line 5 metres out.
Fine.
Better engagement this time. Cavaliers put on a good early shove though. West Scarborough start to get to work. 8 standing up a little bit. Walker's going to release. Goes to David on the short side. Tries to go through himself and he's going to put the ball over. Didn't even need the second man on the blind side. Just went himself. Louis David gets his first of the afternoon. West have 3. Just see, so strong, so powerful. Just to get on the outside shoulder of his man. Absolutely no help. Ethan Kalis tries to cover ground. Broke from 8. Did a good little bit of work. But from 5 metres out, it's hard to stop Louis David. Try scoring machine for West Scarborough. And Kateka will have a chance to get himself on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon. It's good work by Walker there, just leaving it in the scrum for a little bit. Biding his time, seeing what would happen. And once the user call came, bang, just pops it out. All the forwards are on the ground. No chance for them to cover across. Important kick for Kateka here, just to get his confidence up for the second half as we near the end of this first. Just not striking it that clean at the moment. That one falling short, seems to be coming over the top of the ball a little bit. Certainly not impressed with himself. So 15 plays 0 with 3 minutes or less to go in this first half of Mental Health Round, brought to you by Outside the Locker Room. Cavs up at halfway now, just ready, waiting for the kick to occur. No ball yet. Fullback goes back to get it. Still underneath the posts. Great looking kickoff, putting pressure on Clues, gets hit immediately. Spun out nicely though, wasn't held, tried to get to his feet, but then eventually covered across. Backdoor for Kateka, out wider. Brad Lacey finds a little bit of space to manoeuvre. Lewis Walker, another great touch for him early in this piece. Now out the back door. Chance for Jerome Leonard to go all the way. Inside ball, Vudiavera straight back over. And just like that, go from 3 tries to 4. West Scarborough in full control now, pushing their lead to 20. Only took the one phase there for Clues to climb across. And you think they're just going to crash this one up in centre field, but immediately Mio goes back door to Kateka and Lacey puts on the burn as Lewis Walker, who's been amazing out on the left wing so far, fires it on the outside. Jerome Leonard, and always following Simone Vudiarata, just falls himself over the line nicely, securing himself a double for the afternoon. And Kateka has a chance once again to get this confidence back with the boot. But it's all things West. 20 plays 0, kick to come still. Predicted showers this entire game, even potential thunder and lightning. But it's been absolutely perfect weather, sun's out, not many clouds around. Coffee van in business behind the screen there. And unsuccessful once again. Kateka livid with himself on the boot in this first half. It's been so accurate for so long for West. So now must only be seconds or minutes left in this first half. Newinghouse. Similar kickoff to where they won it the first time. Just gets bumped off the hand or the head or something similar. Ends up going the way of West Scarborough. Louis David trying to fight through them all himself. Still going inside ball. Woody Fair always finding himself on the chasing space. That ball just behind him, losing it forward.
That's half time.
And we'll enter in the halftime break. West Scarborough 20, Coastal Cavaliers 0 in your FMG Fortescue Premier Grade Match of the Week. Brought to you by Outside the Locker Room for Mental Health Round. It's all things West. See Louis David just fighting through the line here on that last passage of play. How strong is he just to keep going? And then this last pass just goes behind Vudiarada and knocks it forward. So with that, see all the boys heading towards their huddles. We'll be right back with your second half right after this.